Imagine an island shrouded in mist, a land isolated from the rest of the world for millions of years. Here, in the ancient forests and grasslands of Madagascar, a true giant once roamed. It was a bird so colossal it dwarfed any you've ever seen, weighing up to half a ton and standing nearly 3 meters tall. This was the elephant bird, one of the largest birds ever to walk the earth. Its story is a remarkable journey of evolution, a tale of how life, when left to its own devices, can be pushed to incredible extremes. This is the story of how a small, ground-dwelling ancestor transformed into a titan that ruled its island kingdom. The saga of the elephant bird begins millions of years ago, long before humans set foot on Madagascar. Its ancestors were members of the rattatite family, a diverse group of flightless birds that also includes today's ostriches, emus, and the tiny kiwi. We believe these early ratites were small and, quite possibly, capable of flight. Somehow, they made the journey across the Mozambique Channel to Madagascar. Once there, they found a paradise. The island was a world without large, land-based predators. There were no big cats, no bears, no wolves. In this safe haven, the rules of survival were different. On the mainland, being small and fast was an advantage. But here, on this isolated island, the evolutionary pressures shifted. Without the need to escape predators, the imperative to fly vanished. Flight is incredibly energy-intensive, and giving it up allowed these birds to conserve precious calories. Instead, natural selection began to favor a different trait. Size. Being big meant you could outcompete others for food, defend your territory, and intimidate rivals. Over countless generations, these birds grew larger and larger. Their bodies became heavier, their legs more powerful, and their wings shrank into useless vestiges of their flying past. This was the birth of the elephant bird, a gentle giant shaped by isolation. The sheer scale of the elephant bird is difficult to comprehend. Standing at nearly 3 meters, or 10 feet, it would have towered over a human. Its weight, estimated at up to 500 kilograms or 1,100 pounds, is comparable to a grand piano. To support this immense mass, its body underwent incredible adaptations. Its leg bones were massive and thick, some of the densest ever found in a bird, providing the structural support needed to carry its weight. Yet, like other birds, their bones still had hollow portions, a clever evolutionary trick to reduce overall mass without sacrificing strength. Its legs were not just for walking. They were powerful columns capable of delivering devastating kicks to defend themselves or their young had any threat arisen. This combination of size and power made the adult elephant bird virtually untouchable in its environment. It was a living, breathing fortress of flesh and bone, perfectly engineered for a life on the ground. So what did a half-ton bird eat to sustain itself? The elephant bird was a dedicated herbivore. Fossil evidence and chemical analysis of its bones suggest a diet rich in fruits, seeds, leaves, and other plant matter. Madagascar's unique flora would have been its buffet. It likely used its large, powerful beak to crack open hard-shelled nuts and seeds that other animals couldn't access. Imagine this giant peacefully browsing through the primeval forests, its long neck reaching up to pluck succulent fruits from the trees. Its digestive system must have been enormous, a complex internal brewery designed to break down tough, fibrous plant material and extract every last drop of nutrition. This slow-moving, plant-eating lifestyle was a highly successful strategy. As the largest herbivore on the island, the elephant bird became a keystone species, a mega-gardener that shaped the very landscape it inhabited by dispersing large seeds across the island. The life cycle of such a colossal creature was, fittingly, on a grand scale, the most famous legacy of the elephant bird, besides its bones, is its eggs. These are the largest eggs of any known animal ever. Some fossilized examples measure over 30 centimeters in length and have a volume equivalent to about 160 chicken eggs. You could make an omelette for an entire village from a single one. It's believed the females laid these gigantic eggs in shallow nests scraped into the soil, perhaps in communal nesting sites. When the chicks hatched, they would have already been quite large, but still vulnerable. In their predator-free world, Parental care might have been minimal, with the chicks' sheer size being their primary defense. Like many large animals, elephant birds likely had a slow reproductive rate, laying only one or a few eggs at a time. This was balanced by a long lifespan, allowing their populations to remain stable over millennia. This trade-off slow reproduction for longevity is a classic evolutionary strategy for island giants, a testament to a life lived in the slow lane in a world without urgency. Madagascar's isolation was the crucible in which the elephant bird was forged. For millions of years, the island was a self-contained evolutionary experiment. The absence of mammalian predators was the single most important factor that allowed these birds to abandon flight and embrace gigantism. Energy that would have been spent on powering flight muscles was instead reallocated to growth and bulk. This evolutionary path isn't unique to the elephant bird. We see similar patterns on other isolated islands around the world. In New Zealand, the moa, another giant flightless bird, filled a similar ecological niche. On Mauritius, it was the dodo. These examples all tell the same story. When you remove the threat of predation and provide ample resources, evolution can produce wonders. The elephant bird was Madagascar's masterpiece, the dominant herbivore that reigned supreme, shaping its ecosystem for an age. But even giants can fall. After millions of years of success, the reign of the elephant bird came to an end with startling speed. The catalyst was the arrival of a new, highly intelligent predator, humans. Around 1,500 to 2,000 years ago, humans colonized Madagascar. Their arrival marked the beginning of the end for these magnificent birds. It's unlikely that humans hunted these half-done giants directly for meat, at least not systematically. A more probable cause of their extinction was the raiding of their enormous, nutrient-rich eggs. Stealing one egg would have provided a massive meal with far less risk than confronting a fully grown adult. Alongside this pressure, the new human inhabitants began to change the landscape. They cleared forests for agriculture, destroying the elephant bird's habitat and food sources. This combination of egg predation and habitat loss proved fatal. By about 1,000 years ago, the last of the elephant birds had vanished forever, leaving behind only their massive bones and colossal eggs as proof of their existence. Their extinction is a sobering reminder that even the most dominant species are vulnerable to rapid environmental change. Today, the elephant bird lives on through the fossils it left behind. These subfossil remains, preserved beautifully in Madagascar's swamps and caves, are windows into a lost world. By studying their bones, we can reconstruct their size, posture, and movement. By analyzing their eggshells, we learn about their reproductive biology. These relics help us piece together not just the story of one incredible bird, but the broader principles of evolution itself. The elephant bird is a perfect case study in island gigantism, demonstrating how isolation can drive life to spectacular extremes. It shows us how organisms adapt to fill unique ecological niches, becoming specialized in ways that seem almost fantastical. The evolution of flightlessness, the development of a specialized herbivorous diet, and a life history centered around slow growth and longevity. These traits reveal the creative and opportunistic power of natural selection. From a small, unremarkable ancestor to a flightless colossus, the journey of the elephant bird is one of nature's most awe-inspiring stories. It was a creature perfectly tuned to its environment, a gentle giant that shaped the landscape of prehistoric Madagascar. Though it has been gone for 1,000 years, its legacy endures. The elephant bird stands as a powerful testament to the boundless creativity of evolution, a reminder that the history of life on our planet is filled with creatures more incredible than we can possibly imagine. They challenge our perception of what is possible and remind us of the fragile worlds that can be lost in the blink of an eye. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more explorations into the wonders of the natural world. We'll see you in the next one.